Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a dynamic effort lower day, but a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below, be greatly appreciated. All right, I noticed my conditioning not very good today, but it makes sense given what's happened to me in the last couple of weeks. Breathing was a little hard trying to do fives on the speed work. For a lower day, but I'll get back in shape quick. Health is doing pretty good. I really probably need to discuss eventually what happened here. I didn't have the sniffles. It was actually something pretty serious. And it had to do with my environment where I was at the condo I was living in. There was an issue that happened there, and I got pretty sick from it. And it kind of sucks because the only reason I was staying there was to finish up training for Worlds. I actually had this house 5 weeks ago. Okay, that's why I moved some of my stuff out. People probably noticed even, a couple weeks back, half my gym disappeared. I was moving it over here. So let's get over and talk about the training though, because that's less important. I'm going to work into 5x5s for the speed work. I only got 4x5 on the speed squats today. I really don't like this monolift for these. I thought, hey, I'll hook the monolift back up. We'll see how it works. I find it easier to just use J-hooks and walk it out even with the really wide stance box squats. Less problematic. So I pulled those down and just put the hooks back up for the good mornings. But we ran these against chains today. I wanted to use some chains. Of course, I went with bands because for me, it just feels better all the way around to run bands on deadlifts, unless it's sumo. Just they get in the way, the chains do. A lot of times on the deadlift, I have the new band pegs. I thought I might as well use them. But we did 4x5 on the squats and 3x5 on the deadlift. So it's still 20 and 15 reps. It's not bad. But running these short breaks, I am going to have to keep working my GPP. I have a prowler coming, and I have a heavier Rogue reverse hyper coming. They haven't shipped yet. They should have shipped by yesterday. I'm going to probably need to figure out what's going on with it. But I don't have a reverse hyper at the moment because I gave the other one away to a friend because I told him I'd give it to him when I bought my upgrade. And I did, and that's okay. I may have to go a week without a reverse hyper. All right, may have to go a week without a reverse hyper. We're going to build back up here. And we're going to get ready for the 220 Masters 2. I don't think the 198, unless I just get a lot leaner and want to do a water cut, I really don't think I should be doing it. I don't think it's healthy at this point as much as I can do it, and I did a 23-pound water cut last meet. I don't know that the 198 is really where I need to be. I'm really too tall for the class. Something I notice when I've gone to meets and I look at the other 198s, they're all 2 or 3 inches shorter than me in all the age classes. So it's like not really ideal. 220 is probably going to be my best class. I'm just going to focus on getting leaner and filling it out though. And I think that's going to be the way to go. I won't be breaking any world records there. I can compete at the national and world level though, very successfully. State records, I think I'll get within a year. I should have all of them. The bench is going to be the hardest one. The other 3 are easy. So you guys see the theme of what we're doing though with the training. It's going to be pretty similar. I told you guys I'm going to keep the volume a little more reasonable. And if I need extra gym time, I'm going to work on GBP. And I finished this workout in less than an hour today. So we came in and we did speed boxes with chains. We did conventional speed pulls with bands. Did safety bar good mornings. I took the weight down a hair on these. I want to make sure I'm getting the longest range of motion my hips allow for on these. Right? And I want to just work it back up. So I dropped down only 241. As you guys know, I did 5 reps with 311 with this bar the other day. Of course, I've done a lot more with the cambered bar. But we come down to the point of I think I need to do most of my work on the safety bar. It's harder, forces me to use a lighter weight. Why do we do all this accessory work? We do it to build muscle. We need to be looking at stimulus to fatigue. How much muscle can we stimulate and recover from it quickly? Okay, recovery is everything. And like I said, if I need more training time, that's what the conditioning and GPP is for. Okay, that's what it's for. I'm looking to also get a tire to flip around in the backyard. And I'm not even going to address the stupidity I'm seeing from people messaging me, getting in the spam filter in the comments about my house situation. People are just delusional. They've completely lost it, people who hate me. They're just in complete denial of reality, and it's sad. So I'm pretty happy, though, with this new gym because I trained at 6 a.m. I finished this workout by 7 a.m. It's still dark outside. Okay. I think I need to start doing some workouts a little later in the morning. It would probably be closer to ideal, probably be the way to go. And the reason for that is I can get better lighting in here because I've got pretty much above fluorescent lighting, but the outside, it gets so nice and pretty in this area most of the time. I think if I start training a little later in the mornings more often and do other work around it, I can just keep the garage door open, get a nice breeze through, and we'll have sunlight. And I think that'll give a lot better lighting for this training. But we did 3 sets of 10 on the safety bar good mornings. Then we did 3 sets of 10 on the belt squats. The belt squats, I noticed even with the setup when I put these pads under to give me 4 inches of range of motion, there's a little bit of a conflict with hitting the floor. A little bit of an issue with hitting the floor with the plates. So again, hopefully I'm getting the depths that I want. Hopefully we're getting the depths that we want, and I think that I am. So you just have to make it work because I don't want to just keep stacking it higher and higher and higher. I had quite a bit of stuff on the other one, but I think that first set, I went ahead and I cut away some of that EVA foam. And so then on the next set up here, I should be able to get a little deeper. And the plates are touching the floor pretty much at the bottom, but I think that puts us right about where we want for range of motion. And, it should be good. Hopefully it's good. And, doesn't matter as long as when we do our maxes, we reach depth. Because we also have 15 degrees of carryover in terms of specificity. We know this from joint angle specificity, but I'm just going to make it work. Worst case, I can always do some goblet squats and throw those in also. All right, so we did 3 sets of 10 on these. The camera messed up one of the sets, so I only have 2 of them on camera, but I did do a third one. And then we finished up with 3 sets of glute ham raises. Finished up with 3 sets of glute ham raises. I decided to keep doing them, and I just duct taped up that pad. I cannot get a replacement pad. I can't get one. It took me 6 months to get the one for the right or the left side. So now that the one on the right is wearing out, I'm just going to duct tape it up. They're out of stock. I can't get it. So I'm going to make it work. And I might end up just throwing the extra money into the glute ham raise attachment for the new reverse hyper when it gets here. If I need to, I'm probably going to eventually long-term do that. All right, probably going to eventually long-term do that. But I'm looking at it going, man, I'm going to have to dump another $1,000 on that. And a part of me just doesn't want to do it, but I might have to, got to make it all work, guys. I mean, I'm doing okay, but I don't like dropping an extra grand all the time if I don't have to, especially when all my stuff is so complete and solid right now, because I'm really happy with this gym layout and the stuff that I have. My workflow is so efficient. Like I said, I'm getting these workouts done in an hour. But, from a space perspective, utility perspective, and getting rid of this big clunky thing, it might be the way to go because the same footprint that this glute ham raise is taking, the whole Rogue Donkey unit would take up. On these, I think on the last set or 2, I only got like 8 or 9, though I was really struggling. I haven't done these in several weeks, so they've detrained a little bit. So hopefully my hamstrings don't cramp up later. But overall, though, I feel like we got a good workout today. I'm going to have to get the work capacity and conditioning back up, which will happen pretty soon. I don't think it's going to take long. We'll bounce back. We'll be back to making gains. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.